Hi, this is Chris Vaughn, multi-passionate strategist and author. I wanted to share some insight from one of my walks earlier this week on the road less traveled. So I don't choose the road less traveled to be difficult or to make things harder for myself. I choose it because I'm built for this and I was made for it. And simply because it is. Because there are things you can only see by getting out of the car and venturing out, giving yourself a chance to see where the road leads and for patterns and paths to emerge. There's value in the well worn path. Sometimes you actually need to take it. It represents predictability, a shortcut, lessons learned left by all those who've treaded before you. In fact, it's so well worn that you just about know what to expect and can take it as a given, for the most part at least, that your journey on it will be like everyone else's. Then there's this one, the road less traveled. I wager it's less traveled because it's mostly overlooked. Also, because most believe that it's not an option. Or maybe because, compared to the well worn path, looks a bit unkept, overgrown in some areas. After all, few tread there, and even fewer give themselves a chance to make sense of its path, yet alone imagine where it may lead. But in all fairness, maybe some do. Maybe some actually found a path and began to venture along it, but turned back because the ground was uneven. They didn't like the feel of rock, gravel, and twigs beneath their feet, or because they didn't have a clear view of what lies ahead. So they turned back, choosing the path they believe would be more pleasing. But those who continue beyond this point, they find this is where their journey really begins. They discover paths that unfold, feeding into others. They come across nooks, revealed as they go along, and other secrets and treasures seemingly hidden. The road less traveled takes you by creeks you never knew were there. It turns moments of silent inspiration into prayer. It calls to mind simple joys, simpler times, reattunes you with nature and even yourself before you become aware. It beckons you to trek deeper, to sights most will never see, to the beauty of fallen leaves and hidden trees, and occasionally proof that, like you, someone else once was there. I take the road less traveled because it is such. Because by adding another set of feet, maybe it'll become more noticeable and they'll see that someone else dared to tread it too. That there's another option to the well worn road that's already too full. That if they have heart, what treasures in themselves they may find, and lessons learned of their own may they leave, making it easy for those who may come behind. I take the road less traveled for ones I cannot yet and may never see. Adventurous souls like me who know there's a different way, and though know not what, determined to find it. Ones who care not of thicket and bush, who value equally the experience and the road itself. Ones who emerge anew because they too have made it through. Take the road less traveled. It will be the greatest journey you never expected to find.